So, with the PlayStation Vanguard Early Access Beta well underway when I record this video, it may well have finished by the time you come to watch it. But anyway, we now have a much better idea of what the next Call of Duty, the one that comes out on November the 5th, what will it be like? And I guess this video is all about what my first impressions. What's my first impressions review, and should you buy Call of Duty Vanguard? Well, I can say straight away, don't buy it yet. We've got the Call of Duty, we've got the PlayStation free beta next weekend, I think 16th and 17th, and then a couple of days later we've got the Xbox and PC free beta. So wait until then, get a few hours under your belt, and then make a decision about whether you want to play it day one, which means that you might as well order it. So you get the pre-order bonuses, or whether you wait for it to go on sale, so you play the zombies and the campaign or the multiplayer a little bit later. But remember, the price doesn't really tend to change with Call of Duty until after Christmas, because that's when they make a lot of their money, isn't it, at Christmas? So first impressions. Now I'm going to jump in with something very controversial straight away. I've noticed that when I've been playing the beta, that this game, I think it's leaning towards a preference for next-gen consoles. Now, I won't know for real until I play it on my Xbox Series S next weekend, but I felt that a lot of the time on my PlayStation 4, this game wasn't running at 60 frames a second, and plenty of the textures, especially in the characters, didn't look as good as on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War or Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops 4, or even Call of Duty World War II. So maybe this game has gone down the path of leaning towards running better and being designed to run on PlayStation 5s, Xbox Series S's and Xbox Series X's, rather than PlayStation 4s and Xbox Ones. So, maybe they're beta issues. Maybe on the full release this will be running smoother on last-gen consoles. But I think, from what I've seen, that maybe we're going down that path. Now, it's not as radical as when we get to the point like with the Black Ops 3 versions of Xbox 3 of the game, the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 versions of Black Ops 3, where they were actually made by a different developer than the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions, and the 360 and PS3 versions of Black Ops 3 were terrible. They looked way worse than previous versions of Call of Duty. In fact, they looked worse than Xbox 360 and PlayStation 2 versions probably should have done. But we haven't gone that far. But anyway, that's something to think about, that if you've got a next-gen console, I think this is going to run better anyway. So what sort of Call of Duty is this? And for me, I think the big change from the alpha to the beta, actually being able to play proper multiplayer game modes on proper multiplayer maps, is that this feels much closer to Call of Duty World War II than Modern Warfare 2019. When I was playing the alpha, I kind of felt, well, it's the Modern Warfare 2019 engine. You can put your weapon against objects to steady it, to reduce recoil. You can creep through doors. It felt Modern Warfare 2019. But playing multiplayer, I now feel that Sledgehammer, the developer, have definitely customize the Modern Warfare 2019 engine to make it feel like a sequel to Call of Duty World War II. You've got that very fast time to kill. You've got that almost Battlefield 4 type of movement where you don't really slide, and your character hits the ground quite slowly. The movement is nowhere near as smooth and as fast as in, especially say something like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. In fact, playing Vanguard really made me want to go back and play some more Call of Duty World War II as well. The guns as well. The guns in Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019, I felt have more weight to them, and especially when this applies to the SMGs. Whereas in Vanguard and World War II, they feel a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more like pea shooters. Now, it's not terrible. They almost feel like they've got suppressors attached to them already when you're using like the Sten gun and the MP. 44 is it? What is very good though is these bigger maps, and we've also got these new pacing feature in the game as well, which means that for each of the game modes and each of the maps you've got a chance of having tactical, assault or blitz pacing, which means how many players are in the match. Tactical is 6v6, assault is 10v7 and blitz is 14x14. Whether the maps are balanced for this, I don't know. Definitely the bigger maps are kind of alright, but when we were playing Blitz versions of like Kill Confirmed in the smaller maps like Hotel Royale, definitely felt a little bit chaotic. But then again, playing 6v6 domination on the large Pacific map, Gavuto, felt like there probably wasn't enough players, and I think that was probably better for like the assault pacing, which should have been 10v10. So we'll have to see how that comes out in the main release of the game. How do they balance that? Whether it's just random, whether you get 6v6 or 10v10 or 14x14, or whether there'll be different playlists. When it comes to the maps, I really enjoyed the Pacific maps, Gavuto, and I liked the Red Star map, which was in, I think it's Moscow, where you've got a mix of urban, so you've got outside in a city and then you've got inside. Wasn't too much of a fan of the Hotel Royale map, which was the kind of the smaller one inside where you're fighting in interiors all the time. But maybe that's because there tended to be I felt too many players. I think the Hotel Royale was definitely a 6v6 map, and when we were playing Blitz on like Kill Confirmed, it was just chaos. There was a new mode we got to play called Patrol, which was basically a map where you had a moving hardpoint that would move around the map that you had to try and capture, and if you had someone in that moving hardpoint, you would get points, and then the other team would attack it. But I don't think they really had the spawns worked out for it, and you had to really think about where the other team was spawning. When you're playing TDM or Domination, it's fairly obvious where the enemy's going to come from, but with Patrol, it wasn't always obvious, so it was a bit complicated. Looking forward to playing more of it, as long as there's enough players actually playing it. So overall then, my first impressions from the multiplayer PlayStation 4 beta, and again, my views may well change when I play on the Xbox Series S, next gen, sort of over the next week or so, was that I very much enjoyed myself. It didn't blow me away in the way that Modern Warfare 2019 and, to be honest, Black Ops Cold War did on their betas. But maybe that's because I need to adjust to the different movement style and the different gun style in this particular Call of Duty. But overall, I'm very much looking forward to buying it. I'll be playing on the Xbox Series S just to see what it's like on next gen. I will probably be buying it on the Xbox version because I've got a Series S, so I want to play it on next gen. I think this will be a good Call of Duty because it's bringing in, obviously, World War II, which is a great place to have a Call of Duty, and it's bringing in the larger maps that was the big problem with Call of Duty World War II. I felt if Call of Duty World War II had big maps, it would have been a classic Call of Duty rather than just an average one that it turned out to be. And we've got to wait to see what the zombies is like. We've got to wait to see what the campaign is like. But so far, from what I've seen of Call of Duty Vanguard taking part in the PlayStation beta, I'm pretty excited, and I'm very much looking forward to learning the maps, learning the guns, learning the tactics, learning, especially for like Domination and Hardpoint, and even think games like Search and Destroy, learning how the maps play. And again, that will come with the full release, and then the year after, and everything else we've heard about it as well in terms of the number of maps at release. All looks very, very positive indeed. So for me, a big thumbs up. Don't buy it. Get involved in the free weekends first, and if you really love it and you want to be in on day one, that's when you pre-order, and then you get the pre-order bonuses. But don't pre-order it before the free weekends, because you might as well have a go and see if it's your cup of tea, and then make your decision. Anyway, put what you think down below in the comment section. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.
Losing objective Charlie. Baker is ours. They're taking Baker. Charlie is overrun. Capturing Charlie. Enemy controls it all. Take that ground. Charlie is ours. Closing with Able. They're taking Charlie. Able is ours. Hostile Goliath on the crawl. They're taking Able. Losing objective Charlie. Losing objective Able. Charlie is lost. They're overpowering us. Take those positions. Closing with Charlie. You got me hit! Taking Able. Capturing Able. We hold Able. Not our round. They're crushing us. Recon aloft. We got eyes. Capturing Baker.